Today we're gonna get swole, and of course the best way to get swole is to lift weights, and this mod is going to let us do just that, which is going to give us strength. And that strength is going to be extremely useful for what we use it on. Also, please excuse my hyper weeb spray, I haven't changed it in like 8 years. Alright, so we're gonna start with the basics. This is the 25 pounder. When you go ahead and pick this up, every time you lift it, you're going to gain 2.5% strength. Now, what is 2.5% strength? And we're going to get to that, but if you prefer the dumbbell model, which is what I personally use, although I lift much more than 25 pounds per arm, it's still going to give you strength. Now, what does this strength do? And I guess we should probably just talk about this real quick. This is the workout mod. It's pretty simple. There's a few weights. These are the ones I've just shown you. But don't worry, there's heavier weights that do give you better results. But before we go into those other weights, I do just want to talk about what this does specifically, because it does do a number of things. First things first, it's going to increase your walk and run speed, and even your jump height. But you're gonna notice it hasn't really increased all that much. Well, thankfully, we can just keep lifting this to get swoller, if that's a thing. Now, of course, we could do this all day. I don't know if you have to keep dropping it, but this is definitely not the way you'd want to work out in real life, of course. However, there's a more efficient way, and just like in real life, we have progressive overload, and now we're going to lift 30-pound ones. And this is going to give us a full 3% strength, so a 0.5% more than we had last time. Now again, every time you do this, you're going to get those gains, but we can go even further. You can see there's a little 5-pounder plate, or I guess a 2.5-pounder plate, because now we have 35 pounds. Now I don't know why this is on like a bench weight, like you could easily lift 35 just in a dumbbell. But we're gonna go ahead and lift this, because this is going to give us the most potential, of course. Alright, so after doing this for a little while, what are the results? How much have we changed? Well, already I can see a pretty noticeable increase in our walk speed. Running speed is going to be even better, and the jump, starting to feel like a goddamn rabbit now. This is definitely a lot higher than the last one. But what else does it do? Because that's right, I did deliberately leave out some of the most important details. Well, first things first, you're going to notice our punches have a little bit more oomph to them. You're also going to notice that we're not taking as much damage because, well, this does increase your resistances. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just spawn in a bunch of health, but as I do decide to do this, you're going to notice something else. Holy cannoli! What's with our health and suit? You might be able to see my suit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my suit will come up on video. But yeah, 175. That is pretty staggering. And to show you guys the improvements, we can now easily destroy a hunter with nothing more than our fists. Alright guys, I know what you're thinking. This is the goofiest mod ever, and you're probably right. But there's even more things that we can take a look at. And once I do just go ahead and lift this up a few more times, I am going to try to see how high we can get it before this video does end. Alright, so one of the other things you can do, which is really cool, and this isn't even talked about in the description of the mod, but I did test it and it is true. You do throw things further. So, as we can see this combine ball here, we toss it. I'll go ahead and throw over screen right now what it looks like without. As you can see, there's a pretty noticeable increase in, well, distance in terms of how far we throw it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal at first, but no, it definitely is. Now, sadly, this strength does not correlate well to impact damage, because if we were to go ahead and punch this, that's pretty pathetic. So back to the gym we go. Alright, my friends, we have amassed a certain level of swollenness that has not been seen for eons. To prove it, I will throw this 35-pound weight with ease at Odessa and murder him. Now, this is our walking speed. As you can see, it is pretty much what our sprint speed was. This is our sprint speed. Not as much of an increase, but also our jump. That's not too shabby. In fact, I do wonder how far we can push this. Let's go ahead and... oh my god, that was easy. I don't even need a crouch jump. I can just easily make that gap with pretty much no effort at all. Time to get more swole. Alright guys, I worry we may have hit the limits, because as you can see as I lift this up, we're not gaining any more strength, so we might be at our natural peak. Now what does that look like in terms of upgrades? Well, it's looking like 202 health and 202 armor, so I'm not too sure why it does stop there, but yes, we are definitely not getting any stronger. So this is the absolute limit, and I mean, it's not too bad. We could definitely run pretty quick and jump and all that. In fact, Garry's mod feels pretty good like this. I almost wish this was all just the default values, but let's go ahead and see how far our strength has improved. Alright, first things first, I want to see how far we can throw this ball now. Not too shabby. I mean, it's enough to kill Odessa. That's good enough for me. Alright, now what about the Hunter? We almost one-shot the Hunter. I really do wish that we could. But let's go ahead and try out the defenses, because again, you do get a bunch of resistances. I mean, as you can see, it's not even just the amount of health and armor we have now, but we just don't really take a whole lot of damage. This is pretty much just tickling us, and we can go ahead and fight back with our fists. The Hunter's trying to have us catch the flechettes. That's fine, he can catch these hands. And that was pretty damn easy, and honestly, that goes pretty much for any NPC at this point, unless they go into like God tier. Even with all of these guys shooting at us, I mean, we can even kill multiple if we line it up right. The sheer amount of force that comes out of our fists, it's incredible. The NPCs or the ragdolls, they just freak the heck out. So overall, what do I think about this mod? I think it's a really fun mod. It's really goofy and quirky and definitely worth checking out if you want some extra oomph to your step. Now, unfortunately, well, when you die, you lose all that strength. So your gains don't stay with you. In fact, this really feels bad. I don't know why I feel so sluggish. I'm so used to the speed, this just seems really slow now. So the next time that you feel weak or maybe just not strong enough, go ahead and pick up a barbell and get swole. As always, guys, I'll put all the links in the description. I want to thank you all so much for watching this until the end. Leave a like and subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, thanks for watching and farewell.